Yo, what is up, Buffeto? It's Yano. How I've created today I'm going to show you how I created this welcome to June flyer. So it's something that is a little bit simple. It's not that hard. Just going to show you my process, how I created it. So first thing, I'm using Affinity Studio. So first thing that I'm gonna do, I'll just create a square or shape. This square thingy. This one is fine like that. The color is fine. And then from there, I'm also going to create another shape. So this will be this orange box kind of like thingy. I'm just gonna do it like that. Centered. And then I already have just select the color that I'm gonna use, and then from there click on absolute size for the corners and radius. That way it gives me pixels. And in this case, even if I resize this rectangle, the corners are still gonna be the same. I mean, the radius is still gonna be the same. It doesn't change. As you see, even if I resize it, the corners remain the same, or the radius remains the same. I'm gonna do maybe like 60 or 65. 60. Scale it up a little, and then I'm going to copy it and then scale it down like so. Also change the color to my brand, one of my brand colors, and then from there I'm gonna go to, and then from here I'm going to add this little pattern. You can see there's a pattern thing in here. So I'm just gonna go to my resources and collect that pattern. Found the pattern here, and I'm just gonna size it a little bit like so, and then drag it on top of the layer of the rectangle. Drag it like that. So that's how you sort of like create, how you clip layers onto another layer. You just hold and drag it inside of another layer that you want to clip it to. And then from there I'll change this to overlay. But you can cycle through them and check which one is best for you, or which one is looking good. So I'm just gonna go with overlay, and then I'm gonna make the transparency to 30. Like that. And then from there I'm gonna add another layer. I'll change it to overlay as well, and then I'll select my brush. I'll change the opacity to 70 or somewhere there, 70, 75, 70, somewhere there. And I'm just gonna paint over like this, and then I'll paint like that, and then from there what I will do, I'll change the opacity also to maybe 80. Yeah, I think 80. To 80, something like that. Let's see, I think I've used a different, I've used this one, not that one. Cool. So I'm going to change this opacity to 10, I think. 15. Yes, 15. Change that opacity to 15, and then from there, what we gotta do, I'm going to copy this texture to this layer by holding Alt or Option on Mac, and then you just copy it to the layer on the bottom, and then you will do the same process again, add another layer, and then change the blending mode to overlay, and then you will just paint over it, change the foreground to white, and then paint over it again, just like that. And after you have that, then you can lock these layers, and then from there, for the image, just go and cut that image again. For the image, there's another one. I'll use this one. I'll just use this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to remove the background. Just remove the background. So this is what effect you need to pay for Canva. When you're paying for Canva, guys, it gives you like nice ways to remove the background very clean there. And I'm just gonna copy and then paste this here. So it's going to be something like that. See? So it will be like that. Can increase it a little bit like so. Yeah, like that. Nice. I believe, if I recall, retouching. Sorry. Color grading also. Then so I'll just go to retouching there. It doesn't really do much. No, not retouching, not this. What I did, I went to live filters, and then I went to, I believe it's halftone. Yeah, halftone, and then select color, and then select round, and then let me just zoom in. Cell size, you can make it like bomatunyana there, or one. I think it doesn't do one. Then you can change the opacity to something like so. To give it that texture one. Just to give it that texture. Nice. And then you can also add a what was that? I forgot. But I think something here. The shadows. Let's decrease the shadows. Increase the contrast a little bit. Bring back the shadows. Like that. brightness and clarity, bring up sharpness as well. Yeah, I want something like that. And go back to pixel. Yeah, it's my computer, but if you don't worry, for you it's gonna show up nicely. But my computer is a little bit slow these days. Yeah, that's that. And then from there we can block this layer as well, so that won't move it by mistake. And then I'm gonna do the text, not the table, the text. I use outfit usually, and then black, and then change the foreground to white, pure white, and I'm gonna do June like so. Just increase it like that, bring it here, bring it closer and like that, like this. And I'll bring this under his face. Yeah, nice. And then I'm going to copy it, and I just do welcome to. Select everything, bring it down, change this to regular, bring it even down a little bit more. Yeah, if I recall, I think I did it like that. Yeah, just bring it there a little bit like that. Maybe change it to medium or even semi-bold. Yeah, and then I'm going to copy it. I'm going to say happy new month. This will just be here. You can even bring it down in so even down I don't like that all. And then from here I'll just add these textures. You can see there's some textures here at the back, there's some textures there, and it's textures all over the place. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go and collect those textures. I'm gonna go to my resource file there, resource folder. Where's the texture? Now I found the texture, so I'm gonna select this rectangle so that the texture can be on top of it. I'm just gonna bring it in like so. Bring it in like that. Change the opacity to like 30 or even 20, and then I'll add a mask on it. Select the brush, and then the mask 80 is fine. So I'm just going to kind of like paint this here and there, like that. Now we have that texture. Now we have that texture there in the background. And then I'm also going to add another textures. I'm going to add this dust, but this one has to be on top of everything. So have to be on top of everything like that. and then this has to be screen. Yeah, screen, and then you can change the blending, I mean the opacity to like 40, 50, 60, 65 maybe. Yeah, 65 is fine. And then I'm also going to add half tone. So this will be something like that. Then I'm going to change the thing to screen, the blending mode to screen, and then change the opacity to 30. Yeah, 30 like that. 30 is fine. And then I'm going to just lock them. And then from here I'm going to add some flares there. But yeah, you can add whatever you want to add. We have this. And then gonna change the blending mode to screen also, like so. I think for that this image I'm gonna remove the half tone on the image. I'll leave it like that. Okay, so this one, what I did on the text there's this little, if you can see, there's this little I just added another pixel on top of, I mean that layer pixel layer, not layer pixel, the pixel layer. Did something like this with this one. Click that, hold shift, click there, then you have something like that. Yeah, you have that. And then from here, so this one I already have the thingy, but how you make that, just create that rectangle, and then you select the color that you want to use. Let me use purple this time, and this one, yeah. And then you add your pattern there. You just click put the pattern inside. I think overlay is gonna do, and then maybe 20 opacity, and add Gaussian blur. You can add Gaussian blur or motion blur. So Gaussian blur like so, yeah, like that. And then I'm going to add another pixel layer. Change it to overlay. Get the brush foreground to white. That. And then change the foreground to black. Then you'll have that. Yeah, you have that. And then you can actually change the 12. Yeah, 12 is fine. And from here now, what you're gonna do, you're going to add another layer, but this time around you will do either color dodge or add. So I'm just gonna do color dodge, and I'll select my purple-ish, and then I'm going to make it lighter one. Select the brush again, foreground to that one. Yeah, click here, hold shift, click here, and then you have that. From here, then I'm gonna add another layer, but it's just gonna be a normal layer. On the brush, select the foreground as white, click on top, hold shift, click here, then you have that effect, and then you will add your view. And from here, what else? Yeah, you also add your stuff up on top there. Let me just add these ones. Then you add the Instagram icon. Add this. I think they are different if I recall. Then I'm just going to kind of like rotate this one, bring it down. So I'll put it here. Yeah. And then this one, I'll change the color. Go to the live field. What do they call these ones? What do they call them? Adjustment layers. Yes, adjustment layers. Then I gotta go to HSL. Bring this inside. It's this one. Bring it down a little bit. Bring it up here. Click on my HSL, and then I'm going to select the red. Bring it out like so, and out like this, and then I'm going to sweep this. Then there it is, and I can increase the saturation like that. Then I'm done, and then from here I will copy this to here, holding Alt or holding Alt or Command, not Command, Option on Mac. Alt on Windows, Option on Mac. No, this one is this one. This one is that, but it's fine. Then I'm going to copy it again, flip it like so, increase it a little bit like that, rotate it nyana, and then I'm gonna add motion blur, and then I'm gonna do like that. Yeah, like just like that, and then you are done. And then you are done. So yeah, this is how I created this flyer. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like, leave a comment there, comment your thoughts. Subscribe, dude. Subscribe. All right, enjoy.